Hi everybody. I've made videos and I've taken them back off of YouTube because I look back at them and I just get so disgusted, or I realize that they go on and on and on, or just I just get annoyed and I take them off. Anyway, here's my situation right now. I've gone through all of the testing, came out fine with everything. Just had the stress test and the echocardiogram. Stress test, I was afraid that there was going to be a problem having it done, but it was absolutely fine. And so now I was just doing the follow-up with the gastro I had tested positive for H. pylori, and the doctor had said that I had ulcers, which was a surprise to me because I've never had any symptoms, and apparently, according to him, they were bad, or they are bad. So, he gave me the antibiotic regimen with the Prilosec, and I finished that a few days ago. And I was having a problem getting an appointment. It's so weird to look like in that little thing. But anyway, I had trouble getting an appointment with gastro earlier, and my surgeon is going on vacation the week of Christmas. So there's a lot of pressure to try to get this done quickly. So my appointment was for the 16th of November. What month are we in? Of November, and they told me keep calling if there's a cancellation. Now my gastro is only there Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it's Tuesday morning or Thursday night, and I had the Thursday night appointment originally for 10:30 at night. So anyway, I just happened to call yesterday afternoon, after calling every day for like a week and a half, and they said actually we have a cancellation 9 o'clock this morning, meaning today. So I grabbed it and I went, and he showed me the pictures of the ulcers, and I asked him, well, how do we know now that the H. pylori is actually gone? Because a fear of mine is, what if the surgeon goes to cut and finds out I still have this H. pylori? Like, what happens to me? And then the second thing is, what if the ulcers aren't completely gone? Again, what would happen? So he said that he wasn't going to put me through an endoscopy again. Nice, thanks. And instead, he was going to have me do an upper GI series, and what was the other thing? Upper GI series. Oh, and a stool culture for to make sure that the H. pylori is gone. Now, I bet you can find a lot of things in shit, but H. pylori, oh boy, it's going to be interesting. I don't feel good for the person who has to search through that. But anyway, the whole thing is just repulsive to me. I've never done a stool sample submission before. So if anybody can give me a clue, I could look it up on YouTube, but it sounds like something disgusting to look for. Anyway, so that's where I am with that. So I call up the radiology place here. I was gonna say on. Anyway, I called up the radiology place, and there's three different locations of this radiology place, and they said only one of them does the upper GI, which was hard to believe, but okay. So the earliest appointment was December 2nd. There's no way December 2nd that if I find out that I still have a problem, there's absolutely no way I'm going to get the surgery done before the surgeon goes on vacation. As I'm talking to you, I'm facing my TV, and between the movement of the TV and then trying to stare into this little hole on the laptop, I feel like I'm going blind. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to see. Where's that remote? I'll turn off the TV. Give me one little second, people, because it's driving me nuts. Okay. So, much better. So, whatever. I said, you know what? There's another place. That's actually where I got the stress test done. Let me give them a call. It's right on the hospital grounds. Let me give them I'll call and see if they do the upper GI, and if they do, when their next appointment is. So I called up, and lickety split, they said, we have an appointment for tomorrow morning, 9:45. Really? Like, that couldn't get any better. So I said, I'll take it. The other thing is, when I was speaking to the gastrologist, he, gastrologist, like a psychologist? No, like an astrologist. Anyway, when I was speaking to him, and I had mentioned, what if this doesn't go away? Like, how would we know if it went away? He said, well, he doesn't recommend gastric bypass. He would prefer the lap band, because if you get gastric bypass surgery, the odds of you getting an ulcer are much greater because of where the intestines connects, whatever. And he said, and if you do get an ulcer, not meaning me personally, just in general, um, they become a complicated issue to try to clear up. They're harder to get rid of or something. Whereas with the lap band, he said the actual instance of getting an ulcer is very low compared to, I guess, gastric bypass. So I'm thinking, let's see, I haven't had the lap band or the gastric bypass. I've had no symptoms. I am on different medications that I would think might have caused it, but it was actually the H. pylori, apparently, is what gives 90% of people ulcers. It's not stress, it's not any of that kind of stuff, supposedly. It's this H. pylori bacteria. So I'm a little nervous. Now I don't know, what should I do? Because I originally was going to go for the lap band. When I went to my surgeon's office, everyone I met with said, go for the gastric bypass. The lap band is for people that don't have as much to lose. So my fear was the permanency of the gastric bypass. The severity of altering your body's plumbing. But I had came to terms with it. I've done a lot of research on YouTube, and I can't say that it's still not a little scary. Hearing different people's complications, and I have confidence in my surgeon and confidence in myself that I'll do the vitamins properly and all that kind of stuff. But it's still scared, I'm still scared. Uh, but I'm trudging ahead because I know this is what I needed to do. So now, all along, every specialist and my, what the hell do you call it? My primary care physician have all been gung-ho for gastric bypass. Gung-ho, I mean, so, yeah, oh, that's great, that's fantastic. Even the lab, the person who was a phlebotomist, she even said, oh, there are so many people who've had that done now, and they're so they've done so many that this operation is so fine tuned, and all kinds of stuff like that. Until I go to the gastrologist, and he's like, I don't recommend the gastric bypass. I prefer the lap band. Uh-oh. So, and then the only other thing I can say about the gastroenterologist was that he was so overbooked, packed, that I really didn't feel like I got very much time with him. I guess because not so much that I didn't get that much time with him. I was getting basically the way I felt was kind of like the bum's rush. Like, okay, here you go. Yeah, this is it. Okay, you're good. And I kept trying to get my question in. And my daughter was with me. And, after everything, when I kept pushing for, well, what if, I just wanted an answer. I wasn't trying to write a book. I just wanted to know, what if? And then finally he gave me like 2 minutes of talking. And so when we left, mind you, it's a $50 copay. And that was the second time. The first time, he just wrote the order to have the endoscopy done. Then $150 copay for the endoscopy. And now $50 for him to basically brush me off, but give me the prescription for an upper GI and, the stool sample. So now, as we walked out of the office, I had said to my daughter, is it me? Or, was he really just pushing us out? She said no, she was pissed off that it was $50 for that, you know. So anyway, even though it's not about the money, it is about the money because now I'll get this testing done, and then I might have to follow up with him again. I mean, it's not his fault, but at the same time, damn, give me 5 minutes. So, all that being said, this is where I'm at now. Tomorrow I go for the upper GI. I will get a little container from the lab to give them an early Christmas present. And then I guess I wait again for results. I don't know how long that takes. He already gave me, this is what's weird too. I had said to him, listen, I've been carrying around this clearance form. I came here twice. Twice you told me to hold on to it. You know, I need to get this filled out also. Can you leave it with my chart? He said, no, I'll fill it out for you right now. So he checks off, clears me. How in the hell can you clear me when I'm not cleared yet? So I imagine he figures that I'll hold on to it until we get the final result back. But that was kind of stupid. And he's not a stupid guy. It was just a stupid thing for him to do. And I think he did it because he was in such a rush. So anyway, that's all I have for now. After I'm done with this little bump in the road, I'm done. I'm absolutely done and ready to submit the paperwork and pay the program fee. So that's it. But I was just wondering if anybody can give me some information regarding the upper GI, and also, like, do you just stand there? Do you lay down? There was somebody's website that I came across. Her name is Danielle. I could look, but I don't think I could look while I'm talking on the little recording here. But anyway, she was pregnant. I think she probably just had the baby. So maybe somebody knows who I'm talking about. But anyway, she was saying something about standing on something, and so if anybody's had an upper GI, and you can let me know, you know, if you've had it, if you've had the ulcers, the H. pylori, or the upper GI, get back to me and give me a clue what I'm expecting and what my odds are of having it cleared up. Because I'm starting to feel like this is yet another roadblock. You know, the stress test was becoming a roadblock because they can only apparently, supposedly, deal with you at a certain weight. And then I found out that was a misinformation and everything was fine. And now this, and it's weird that this would be the last thing. Oh, I also had to redo lab work because it wasn't, everything that needed to be marked off wasn't on the last one. So I redid the lab work, which was not a big deal at all. That's nothing. But the gastric, because it was the last thing I did, and my daughter's saying, well, you should have did it a long time ago. Maybe I should have, but first of all, it was a long time to get the appointment. But second of all, I figured that would be like one of the last things you do to make sure that your actual stomach and, you know, all that kind of stuff is where it belongs. So bad me. But now it just seems like he's telling me, don't do the gastric, do the lapland. The ulcers, what if they're not gone? I mean, we can what if this to death, but these are my concerns. So anyway, I'm starting to have a little bit of doubt there. You know, I keep telling myself, this is the right thing, this is the right thing, this is the right thing. But then there's another part of me saying, what if these are signs to say not to do it? And I'm sure everybody goes through this, and I'm going to do it anyway. I just don't want to regret that I've done it because of a problem that I know could happen. You know what I mean? Like, I've got these ulcers and I didn't have a symptom. And he's still shocked about that. But what if I have the little pouch and I don't have a symptom? And then something bad happens. So anyway, anybody has any comments, let me know. I'll just sit here and think about it all night. Thanks. Bye. Turn off. Didn't go off yet.